Many aid organizations around the world are focused on providing goods and services. For example, distributing malaria nets. As we've seen, these efforts have been incredibly beneficial. But are there different approaches to aid others? Some believe that people in need know best how to help themselves, and that giving them cash directly is an empowering way to address problems. The most famous example of an organization that does that is GiveDirectly. GiveDirectly's model involves providing unconditional cash transfers to people living in extreme poverty, primarily in Africa. Simply put, they send money to people that really need it. The organization uses local staff and technology to identify and verify recipients in order to ensure that the funds reach the intended beneficiaries. The fact that they send cash means, first of all, that they have relatively low overheads, but also that recipients can use this money however they want, solving whatever problem they have. Let's stall on this point. After identifying the people in need and paying transaction fees, GiveDirectly is able to get roughly 90% of each dollar donated to the recipient. That's pretty great. It's also worth noting that GiveDirectly is transparent and shares detailed information regularly, so you have very good grounds to believe that most of the funding isn't lost to corruption or waste. But what do people do with the money? When donors first hear of unconditional transfers, they're often concerned that recipients will use this on the wrong things, like cigarettes and alcohol. But empirical data suggest that this rarely happens. Unconditional cash transfers are an exceptionally well-studied economic intervention. Numerous RCTs have repeatedly shown that the vast majority of transfers are spent by recipients on education or health, critical welfare improvements like fixing roofs to have proper shelter in wet seasons, or on tools that improve their productivity and income over time. In fact, some reports suggest recipients start earning on average 28% of their received amount every year in increased income, which means that for every $500 donations, they start earning more than that, $500, every 4 years afterwards on their own, a strong result on bettering the conditions of people in extreme poverty. There is something else to stall on here, which is the fact that claims about GiveDirectly have been substantiated by multiple, credible, and independent RCT evaluations. In other words, GiveDirectly has been rigorously tested. Supporting them means having a relatively high certainty that we are actually helping those in need in meaningful ways.